Hi Libra, this is Eileen with your March 2021 Psychic Tarot card reading. And you're starting out with the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is talking about wanting to save what money you have and not squander your money, being cautious, being very cautious, because maybe you've had some difficult times financially, and so you feel like you've been working hard. You don't want to let money slip through your fingers now. Like, it's all the more important to be extra cautious with your savings and just holding on to what you have and just really watching where every dollar goes. Now, the advice of this card, though, is not to hold on. Don't be fearful. Don't hold on too tight, because when you do that, you're sending out the message to the universe that there's not enough to go around. And when you have that kind of feeling that there's an end of the supply, or there's not enough to go around, it's sending that energy out to the universe, and then that can cause more money problems. So it's good to be wise and save money and be practical and all that, but at the same time, give yourself a break here and there too. Treat yourself a little bit. It's kind of like, just loosen up a little bit and don't come from a position of fear. I think that's the main point of this message. Don't be in a position of fear, and feel confident and prosperous, like there will be more. You can spend some money if you need to spend some money. There will be more. There's more on the way. You're in that universal flow of prosperity. But like I said, it is good to be wise and everything at the same time. Now also, the Pentacles, these do relate to the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could, for some Libras, refer to a possible romantic partner that you could either be involved with now, or you could be meeting in March. And for some Libras, you might be with this person now. You might be married to them or something. And for others, you might just be starting to date them. But I do feel for some of you, you're going to know who this is. Like, it's someone you already are comfortable with. Now, the one thing about this particular person, they can be kind of miserly with their money. So if this is somebody you're considering spending your life with, you might want to really think carefully about that, because this person likes to keep things on a tight budget, a very tight budget. They could have a lot of money and not even need to be that way, but they are anyway. It's just the way that person thinks, so, and feels. They feel like they could run out, they could be without, and they've got that position of fear. So if that is someone you're thinking about a long-term relationship with, you might want to really imagine that going forward. If you're with that person, living with them or married to them, they could be scrutinize your every purchase that you make, and frowning upon any kind of little whatever that you decide to purchase with your own money even. Oh, now this is a general reading, so some of these cards may resonate with you while others do not. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on your circumstances, and I am reading the meanings of the cards as well as tuning in on a psychic level. You've got the Four of Cups. This is about being in kind of a dreamy state. Cups do relate to emotions and feelings and love, and this is talking about, like, if you're single and you've been looking and wanting to meet someone and you haven't found the right person, you might get complacent and bored and think, there's nobody any good out there for me. And the advice of this card is don't get complacent, because you might miss a really good opportunity. This could also take place in business if you've been searching for a job or something like that, or a new home to live in or whatever, and you might start thinking there's nothing out there for you. See, the person's kind of taking a nap against a tree, and there's this big hand with this goblet coming out of the sky being offered to the person, and maybe they're taking a nap and not even noticing. So the advice here is don't assume that there's nothing going on or nothing coming your way, because you might miss out on a really good opportunity. And then you've got the King of Swords, and the swords do relate to the air signs of Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So this could be you in the month of March, embodying the traits and feelings and emotions of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is typically someone in a position of authority, and He could even be someone in law enforcement or government or whatever, or he could be someone who's just a business owner or a manager in a business, but someone who has achieved some kind of authority. And this person can be very critical of others. And this person, it feels to me like this person has had a difficult life of their own and had tough times and had to work hard and, you know, just got where they got to because of being tough and strong and not giving up. And so this person can be not very, what do I want to say, not very compassionate, I guess, towards others, or not as flexible or easy on others. They might be tough on other people because they feel like, well, nobody gave me any big breaks, so why should I be doing any favors for anyone? Now, if this is not you embodying the traits and emotions of the King of Swords in March, this could be someone around you. It could be like a manager where you work, or an owner of the business or something. And this person does have a way of always looking at people and sizing people up and all. So, it could be, if this is somebody at work, that a lot of people try to avoid this person because he can be kind of critical and harsh with people. If it's someone around you, I don't feel like they have it in for you. I don't get that at all. But this is not an easy person to get something from. Like if you were applying for a job or something, this would not be someone easy to convince that you're the best person. They can be very, very selective and picky, and it's just they hold a high bar for others. They hold a high bar for themselves too. And so they also hold the bar very high for others as well. Next card you have is Two of Cups. Two of Cups, this is about crossing paths with someone from a previous lifetime where you had a really good love relationship with this person. And it's like if you're single and you're available and you're open and receptive to meeting the right person, you could be crossing paths with this person in the month of March, or maybe sometime thereafter. I mean, it might be April or May, because I get a really strong energy from this Two of Cups card. But it would be a really good, solid love relationship based on a mutual respect and attraction also. You might actually end up working with this person. You could be working with them now. Or the two of you might end up having a business together. Because you and this person, if this Two of Cups energy is around you in March or thereafter, if it's your time to cross paths with this person from this previous lifetime, the two of you could easily work together, live together, and just have a happy life together, because you see eye to eye so easily. There's so much compatibility. There's this mutual attraction, and it turns to love. The whole thing just unfolds into this deep, long-term love relationship. But you would enjoy working together as well as being a couple, whereas some couples may not want to work together. You know, they're different enough that they would get on each other's nerves if they were working together. Whereas you and this person are so compatible that it would just be natural. I mean, it really would be like your, I don't know if you call this your twin flame or whatever. It really would be someone who's so much like you. I mean, you would each have your own individual personalities, but there's so much connection here, so much of a bond, that the two of you would just want to be together as much as possible, and it would work well for you. So it depends on the timing, where you are in your life. These are two people that are available. These are not people who are currently married or tied up living with somebody else or any of that. It's two people who are free and available to go forward and get into a good relationship. I don't see other people hanging on them or trying to pull them away or anything like that. It's like if you've already worked through your situation and different circumstances in your life, this person's already been through whatever stuff they're supposed to go through. And it's like the two of you come together and it just works really nice. Okay, and then the next card we have is the Ten of Wands card. And the wands do relate to, they relate to the fire signs, but they also relate to the area of work and career, progress, action. Ten of Wands is talking about working hard and just always working and having these burdens on your shoulders. And sometimes you're looking up and thinking, when will I get to my destination? How much more of this has to go on? And the advice of this card is really step back, look at your situation objectively, see if there's some place you can delegate some of those responsibilities, whether this is a work situation or your personal life, or it might be a combination of the two. You might work hard at your job and then come home and you have a whole lot of work to do at home, or you might be working and going to school, or some people are working 2 jobs. So, but the advice here is step back, look at your circumstances objectively, and see if you can try to balance things out in your life a little bit. You are very, very strong. You've been down this road before. I do feel for a number of you Libras that you've been doing this for a while. You know, you've had times in your life where you've had to just really work hard and carry those burdens. And it's stressful, but you're very strong. You're very strong-willed. It's like somehow you keep going. You never give up. But it would be best if you could find some balance so you don't feel so burdened. And then the next card you have is the Judgment. This is a major arcana destiny card. Judgment is talking about rising from the ashes, having a new beginning in your life. And I do feel for some Libras that you have really had the rug pulled out from under you and feel like you have been left with practically nothing. I'm getting that for some. I know this is a general reading, so I might just be tuning in for a few people here. But I'm feeling some of you have felt like you've literally just been left with nothing somehow. So I don't know if this is from a job that ended, or a relationship that ended, or something with a living arrangement that just didn't work out. Whatever it was, it's like the universe wants to give you a new beginning, a fresh start, and offer healing, offer a new way of life for you. And so it's almost like you're getting another chance for a new way of life, to create the life that you were meant to lead, rather than maybe you were living a life that wasn't really ideal for you. Maybe it was you were sacrificing too much, or maybe you weren't being treated as well as you should be treated, whether it was at work or in a relationship or some living arrangement. And now it's like you have your freedom. That's what I'm getting for some Libras, a sense of getting your freedom. And something that was holding you back in some way or restricting you, it's like the cord's being cut and you're going to have your freedom. And so in a way, you might almost feel like, oh, all those burdens here, we're talking about burdens here. It's almost like all those burdens have been lifted, and almost like you're so light, you feel like you have nothing, but then your mind is clear. You're out in the open, out in the light. It's like the light is coming up on the horizon, and you're starting to have this sense of feeling like you're alive. And now you can make some choices for yourself and your life that can work out much better for you going forward, where you can have a happier way of life. I'm feeling for someone, this might be one person that you may have been in a relationship and might still be in that relationship or trying to end it or something, I don't know, with someone who made you feel like you don't deserve anything really good, or made you feel guilty about something, like you weren't, I don't know, almost like guilty. That might be one person I just tuned into for that. But otherwise, for a number of Libras, that Judgment card is a rebirth, a renewal, starting again without the heavy loads, the heavy burdens. Then you've got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is saying that you're working at your craft. You're doing very good work, and you enjoy the work you're doing. and people respect you. They admire you for the good quality work you do, whether you work for others at a company or if you're self-employed, and people appreciate dealing with you because they see you as someone who is very even-tempered. They don't see you as someone who's in a good mood one day and a bad mood the next. And they see you as someone who's very good at what you do, very knowledgeable. You have really learned your craft well, and you take pride in doing a good job. And this is paying off for you, and it will pay off for you more in the future. You're laying a solid foundation for yourself. For some Libras, you might be embarking in a fairly new career or something where you've kind of changed over from something that wasn't working quite as well for you, and you're off on a new line of work or career of some sort. And there's promise here, and you know that, but there's still a lot. You're just at the tip of the iceberg. That's what I'm getting there. You're just beginning. There's a lot more for you to get into that's going to be very rewarding for you. Next, and the last card you have is Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. She has worked hard and achieved a certain amount of success and prosperity. She gets to enjoy certain luxuries, whether they're small luxuries or big luxuries. She knows she has a lot to be grateful for, but at the same time, she's very responsible, takes a lot of responsibility for her life, for her work, all of her responsibilities that she has, whether it's only for herself and her job or if she's responsible for other people. She takes her responsibilities seriously, always working hard and planning. She's successful and prosperous and would not have it any other way. So by the end of March, you may be embodying the traits and emotions of the Queen of Pentacles. And this is a good place to be because she's confident and she refuses to compromise as far as her good, her prosperity, her success. She feels like she's a successful person, and she puts out that energy to the universe, and the universe responds in kind and delivers those kind of prosperous conditions to her life because she believes that's who she is. That's how she feels inside of her entire being. So she's radiating that kind of an energy. And whatever the energy is you radiate out into the universe returns something that's equal to that. So that's why you don't want to be worried or fearful or feel like you're not good enough or there's not enough to go around. Don't even, no matter what's going on in the economy or for other people, don't buy into that. Instead, feel confident, feel secure, feel prosperous, successful. And when you put out that kind of energy, you will, in some shape or form, you radiate that out, you attract it like a magnet to you, something that matches that energy. And so that's how she is. That's how she lives her life. It goes deep within her being. So she does attract a lot of prosperity and has been doing so for a long time. So this is a good philosophy and a good way of being and thinking to have every day. Now, in some cases, this Queen of Pentacles could be someone around you. That might be like a manager or an owner of a business where you work or someplace where you apply for a job. You can benefit from that person. If that's someone around you, you can benefit from this person. If she sees that you have the same work ethic that she does, and, she doesn't give anything away, but she rewards people. She's not the type that wants to withhold good from others, but it has to be earned. It has to make sense to her. Now, this deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and what I want to do now, I'm going to pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue. And if you like my videos, be sure and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and I thank you for your subscriptions. Also, feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments, and check your rising and moon sign videos to see if anything resonates with those as well. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. So Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, what is your message for Libra for the month of March? And I'm going to fan these out. What's your message for Libra for the month of March? Oh, wow, I like this. Waves of prosperity. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. Love that. That's a great message. Okay, next I've got the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Radleigh Valentine. So think of a question that you have that you would like an answer for, or if there's some predicament or circumstances floating around in your mind that you would like some kind of feedback or answer about, be thinking of that, whatever it is, and I'll shuffle the Angel Answers Oracle cards. So angels, what is your message for Libra for March? What is your message for Libra? Okay, I'm going to fan these out. So think of your question, and let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at these on my computer screen as I hold them up. Okay. All right. This says wait. Okay, I love all these images and the colors in these cards. They're gorgeous. Okay, I hope that gives you some kind of answer or insight to your question or issue, whatever it was that was on your mind. Now, last but not least, I'll pick one from Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. So angels, what is your message for Libra for the month of March? What is your message for Libra for March? Okay, I'm going to give them one more shuffle and fan these out. What is your message for Libra? Okay, let me fan these out now. Okay, this is Angel Aurora. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. I like that. Angel Aurora. Aurora, am I pronouncing that right? You are flying high right now, which may threaten others. But don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. Okay, good messages. All right, Libra. Well, enjoy your March. Happy spring. Feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments, and subscribe if you like. And check your rising moon sign videos, see if something resonates with those. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Have a wonderful March, happy spring, and we'll talk again soon.